This is the KRUI News at Noon, brought to you in part by the Daily Iowan. This is KRUI, Iowa City.
It is noon in Iowa City. The temperature is 59 degrees, and for KRUI, this is the latest news. I'm Hannah Adamson.
And I'm Elona Neal.
Here are the headlines for this Thursday afternoon. In the midst of tragedy surrounding the Nepal earthquake, there is a rescue miracle.
Tensions continue to skyrocket across the country as the Baltimore protests trigger emotions.
And say goodbye to your unwanted chin fat. Crowds cheered today as a teenage boy was pulled from a collapsed guest house where he worked. The building surrounded him about 5 days ago when an earthquake struck Nepal, located in South Asia. He had been buried for nearly 120 hours until his voice was heard calling for help. 15-year-old Pempa Tamang was carried out on a stretcher after being miraculously saved by rescue workers, simply asking for something to drink after going days without food or water. It took several hours for Tamang to be completely rescued from the tiny hole he laid in, but he is now doing well. Rescuers say he survived by good faith.
Rallies, riots, and race relations, marchers around the country are taking the streets in support of the Baltimore protests that has been the highlight of the news lately. The death of black man Freddie Gray by police has caused the city to go into an uproar after many say it is an act of being sick and tired of the injustice and police brutality problem. Demonstrations have unfolded from Chicago and Denver all the way to Union Square in New York and even the White House in Washington, D.C. With the history of race relations and police brutality in the past, demonstrators, particularly in Baltimore, continue to protest in hopes to bring awareness and to stop police brutality and institutional racism. The 2016 presidential election is still just beginning to unravel, but Hillary Clinton has her first official competitor for the Democratic presidential nomination. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders has formally declared his bid for the White House. But one thing you should know about the 73-year-old candidate, who is the oldest declared candidate thus far, is that he is not an official Democrat. A very liberal Sanders identifies himself as a Democratic socialist, but the lack of formal affiliation with the party that doesn't appear to have stopped him from seeking the party's nomination.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un will not be attending a World War II anniversary celebration in Moscow next month due to domestic affairs. Kim's now canceled visit would have been his first official trip abroad since he became leader of North Korea in 2011. Kim's visit was also highly anticipated by Russia since late last winter, as both Russia and North Korea declared 2015 as their friendship year. The two countries have been strengthening that friendship through proposed increased trade.
If you're into paleontology, the study of dinosaur fossils, you'll be excited to know Chinese scientists say they have discovered a new dinosaur species based off the study of its fossils. The new species, which has bat-like wings, sparks scientists to say dinosaurs may have evolved into birds. China has become a major center for the dinosaur discovery and research, and the fossil is now held in the museum in China. Scientists say the next step is to find more fossils of the same species.
A young French Muslim student was banned from her classroom because of the skirt she wore. School authorities said the problem wasn't necessarily the student's long black skirt, but the reason why she wore the skirt. According to the school, she wore the skirt as a sign of her faith, an act that goes against a 2004 law in France banning ostentatious religious symbols in the classroom.
You are now able to turn your two chins back into one. The Food and Drug Administration recently approved an injection designed to melt away chin fat. The drug is called Kybala. It is for adults with moderate to severe fat below the chin area. The drug holds a chemical that doctors say is naturally produced by the body and helps absorb fat. A patient is able to get up to 50 injections in one sitting. And while you may look quite dashing with your new chin, the FDA does warn for common side effects, which include bruising, pain, and nerve injury that could result in an uneven smile. That's all we have for your news at noon. Right now it is a nice and sunny day with no clouds in sight. The temperature is 60 degrees. Stay tuned right now for sports, and for KRUI News, I'm Elona Neal.
And I'm Hannah Adamson.
Thanks for listening.